Okay, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Dr. Veronica Riera-Gilley of Prairie Fire Pharmacy Consulting, and I am so honored to be joined today with my friend Angel Brownlee. She is the co-founder of Temple Road Journey, and she is offering to teach us today for the second day of the Kiss My Asana Yogathon, which is a fundraiser for Mind Body Solutions. It is my favorite nonprofit organization, and they help people transform trauma, loss, and disability. And they offer trainings for caregivers, healthcare professionals, as well as patients on using yoga in their daily lives to transform any trauma, disability, or loss. So I'm very excited and honored to bring my friend Angel to teach us today. So thank you very much for leading us in our practice for the yogathon.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you for having me. And I have to say, Mind Body Solutions is so in alignment with what we do at Temple Road Journey, because that's our heart, is to work with people who've had loss or have suffered trauma and things like that. So this was like the perfect thing for me to, devote my time to. And I really admire everything that Matthew Sanford does, and all the ways that you have supported them over the years is just incredible. And I've learned a lot from you about them. So thanks for having me. I hope you guys enjoy this class. So we will go ahead and get started. I'm going to ease back onto my blanket. And so hopefully you have the props that you need for today. I have a blanket, 2 blocks, and a tennis ball. So let's just come into this space together. Just visualize that we're all together in this one location, and just letting our hearts join as one. And just begin to find a connection with your breath as your breath moves in. And just witness the breath as it comes in through the nose and moves back out. The breath is the most intimate partner we have in this life. From the day we arrive here to the moment we leave this earth, the breath is with us. So we want to take a moment just to honor that breath. And allow the breath to be exactly as it is. No need to change it or try to control it. Just simply become aware of the breath. And allow the breath, as we move through this practice today, to be your teacher. And as you take certain shapes, notice how your breath is with you in the shape. That would be my invitation for today. Let this practice be an honoring of the breath, a yoking with the lungs and the heart. And now begin to deepen your breath. Try to allow just a fuller inhale. Maybe filling up from the bottom of the lungs toward the top. And just notice how just the interest of breathing a little more deeply allows for more breath to come into the body. And as the breath becomes deeper, allow it to also be more relaxed and not so forced. In fact, let the breath move out into every cell of your body, beyond the lungs, out into the cells of every part of your body, until you feel as if your whole body is breathed or breathing. Good. Now, please bring your attention to the space of your heart. So from the top of your shoulders down to the diaphragm, just bring your attention to the body there. Feel your right shoulder and shoulder blade, the right side of your neck. Just kind of feel into that area. And be curious about what that part of your body is saying at this moment. And now please shift your attention to the left shoulder and shoulder blade. And notice what you feel there. Any sensations, just simply allow them to be. Feel into your neck. And just observe, is there one side or the other that feels like it has a bit more freedom of energy flow, a bit more freedom that the breath is actually getting in there? And if there's a side, left or right, that feels like it's not getting as much breath or it doesn't have as much energy flow, maybe you feel a pain or tension or some sensation of stuckness, I want you to just note that. So for me, it's the left. So we'll just take a moment to note that. And then slowly keep that in your awareness. We're going to come onto our backs and we're going to find our tennis ball. So whether you got the signal on the left or the right, you're just going to listen to your body. So I'm going to start on the left side and I'm going to go up into the left area of my trapezius. So right up here, usually where we grab when we've been sitting too long at the desk. And then I'm just going to lay back over the ball. And then I'll take my block, one of my blocks, and I'll put it underneath the hips. And if it feels okay to do so, let your arm reach overhead. Maybe sigh out through your mouth. And just identify where that point of tension is or where that lack of breath is, and just really begin to breathe into that space. You're welcome to move. Remember letting the breath guide you here. Now, when I do ball work, I usually stay on the ball for 5 minutes at each point, but since we are limited with our time today, we're just going to spend just about a minute here. And so breathe and move. Just finding some freedom in that upper part of your shoulder. Just trusting the breath and body to guide you in the way that you need to move and breathe. Go just a few more seconds here. Really allow the whole weight of your body to drop down onto the ball. Let go of any resistance that you can, relaxing through the hips. Relaxing through the belly and the chest. Good, now gently remove the ball, press your feet into the floor, lift your hips and remove the block. Let your palms open and just notice what you feel. And breathe into the space that you just worked. Can you notice how beautifully that energy flows now into that area? There may still be a little tension, but Note any differences, any shifts. The practice of yoga harmonizes the flow of energy through the body. And so we're giving ourselves an opportunity to really touch those tensions and allow them to be transformed. So let's go to the other side. We're going to bring the tennis ball into the upper part of the shoulder on the second side, and I've got my hips up on a block. Good, now begin to move and breathe. Now, if having your arm up is too much, please know that you can just keep everything still and let your arm come down. The most important thing is that you are tuned in to your body. I believe the body is the temple of the Holy Spirit. And as we come into this space, this holy space, we're guided and we're taught how to move, where to breathe. And we all have that intuition. And the more that we approach our yoga practice with curiosity and a sensitivity to that, we're guided. So I hope that you feel that here as you move and as you breathe. When this part of our body is restricted and tight, we really have difficulty speaking and communicating. So we want to just clear out this zone of the upper part of the shoulders and up into the neck and throat, so that we can communicate more clearly in our relationships. For just a few more breaths here, you're welcome to pause and just let everything drop. Breathing deeply into that space. Maybe clearing the breath with an exhale through your mouth. Good, now slowly remove the ball. Remove the block beneath your hips. Pause for just a moment and feel what you feel. Allowing the head to relax, the neck, shoulders. And feel a gentle breath in that upper part of your chest and throat area. The element we find here is ether, so it's a very light energy. Let the arms come up over the top of your head, widen your feet to the edges of your mat. And we'll begin to windshield wiper the legs from side to side. Inhale brings us up, and then our exhale takes the legs over. Inhale and exhale, letting the breath move the body. Let's do a couple more on each side. The last one over to the right. Pause on the right and really extend through that left arm. Good. Inhale back through center, drop the knees over to the left. Let's stretch that right arm long, maybe catch the wrist. Good. Inhale back through the center. Draw your arms down, take your knees in toward your chest, and we're going to stir those knees in one direction. And reverse. Awesome. Now make your way up to seated. You can either rock and roll yourself up to seated, or you can roll to one side, and slowly push up. It's gonna make our way back onto our blanket. I'm gonna take a moment just to feel into that space that you just worked with the tennis ball. And then we're gonna place our right hand under the collarbone, and we're sort of stamp the palm into the upper left side of the chest. And then once you do that, you're anchoring that down, and then you're gonna bring your head over toward the right. And so just find some exploration of movement here. Maybe moving your head a little forward and back. Maybe even like relaxing through the jaw. Good, now can you take your left hand, flex the wrist, and extend that arm out about 45 degrees or so. And we're just gonna breathe into that left side. And remember, each asana that we move into, even if it's just a shape, not necessarily a formal asana, we're gonna bring breath. Bring breath. And just a few more seconds here. Inhale nice and slow, come all the way back up. Good, now we're gonna bring our left palm open. And again, just sense and feel into that left side. Awesome, now take that left hand to the right side of the chest. So you're just under the collarbone and you're kind of pressing it in so that you're anchoring that collarbone down. And then you're gonna bring that left ear over toward the left. And just say hello to your neck. You might feel this up into your jaw as you move your jaw. And just allow that stretch to happen, and then flex through the right wrist. And breathe. And if there's freedom, awesome. If there's tension, awesome. We're meeting what we find here. Letting go of judgment. Few more beats. Just breathe into that space. Good. Inhale, slowly come all the way up. And now let that right palm spin open, like rest it down, and notice what you feel on the right side. Beautiful. Now let's take both our shoulders up and roll them down the back. Good. Now pick the shoulder blades up. And then as you exhale, just let them drop. 3 more. 2. 1. Good. Shake your head no. And yes. Good. Easy side to side. Just allowing for that left and right side to open a little bit more. Inhaling up, exhaling over. Good. Now the next time that your left hand is down, circle your right arm in front of your face. And just open up with a little bit more of a stretch. You can let your left ear drop toward your left shoulder. Bring breath into the right lung. Good. Looking down at that left hand, inhale, reach up and over. And we'll go to the other side. Just pausing for a moment to breathe. Just finding more breath in that left lung now, just focusing there. Good, look down at the right hand, inhale, reach up and over. Nice. Now we're going to make our way very slowly to our hands and knees. You're welcome to have a blanket under your knees if you need it. We are going to do a lunge sequence in just a little bit. So we'll come to tabletop position near the top of the mat. And just begin to circle your hips back. Inhale forward, exhale takes you back. One more time around in this direction. And then as you press the palms in, circle back in the other direction. Your circles can be smaller or larger. One more time around. Good. Inhale, come back to a neutral position. Inhale, lift the tailbone. Begin to drop the belly as you look up toward the ceiling. And then on the exhale, push the floor away and round. Inhale slowly. Arch your back. And exhale, round your spine. 3 more, please. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Let your breath move your body. Inhale back to neutral. Good, now let's widen the knees, stretch your hips all the way back, coming into an extended child's pose. Just allow your forehead to rest toward the floor as you walk the fingers forward, lengthening those arms. Good. Let your inhale bring you up halfway. And we're going to take that left arm through. I'm just going to come down to rest on that left shoulder and left ear. Let your right arm reach overhead if that's available. And breathe. Inhale, slowly lift up. And then we'll take that right arm through. Just resting down on that right side, right shoulder. If you need to lift up a little bit, you're welcome to do that if your knees are talking to you. I'm just going to breathe for about 3 more breaths here. Good. Inhale, use your left hand to push on up. We're going to make our way to the top of the mat. Fingers spread wide. Really shift the weight into your knuckles as you tuck your toes. Lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. So let's take a moment here to bend the right knee and press through the left heel. Use your breath to assist you. And then switch sides, bending through the left knee, pressing the right heel down. Keeping head and neck relaxed. Inhale, draw high onto your toes. Lengthen through your spine. Next exhale, let's bring those feet down toward the earth, heels reaching. Inhale, look between the hands, and on your exhale, walk the feet up to the hands. We're going to bend the knees a lot. Just cross the arms, allowing the head, neck, and shoulders to release. Allow the knees to bend so the belly can support the thighs. And just really feel that expansion of breath as you breathe into this push forward bend. Inhale here, exhale, release your arms, ragdoll. And give your head a good shake. Head, shoulders, shake it all out real good. Press the hands into your shins gently. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, let's fold. Inhale together, let's rise up. Press down through your feet, lift your arms high to the sky. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Good, hopefully you all can still see me. I'm gonna step toward the top of the mat, feet together. Let's do a little standing flow here. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, together we rise. Exhale, hands to the heart. Let's do 2 more like that. Inhale. Exhale, gently fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, heart. One more time, inhale. Exhale, folding in. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, together we rise up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Okay, let's pause here. Find your breath once again. Reestablish your connection with your breath. Feel the strength of your legs supporting you. Feel the lightness in your heart. And an inhale, let's raise the arms up. Exhale, fold. And placing the hands to the mat, step your right foot back and then let your left foot follow. Coming into a plank position. Hold plank and breathe. You're welcome to take your knees down if you need to. We'll breathe here for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Slowly lower down. Press the tops of the feet into your mat. Inhale, roll your shoulders down the back as you lift up in cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, press and lift. And we lower. Let's do 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Last one, press and lift. This can be just a baby cobra. You're just pressing through the tops of the feet, squeezing the arms in. Hold it 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop down, tuck the toes under. Inhale here, exhale, press your hips back toward your heels, and let a ha breath out. Inhale forward, exhale to downward facing dog. Let's take 3 good breaths here. Good, inhale, drop the knees. Exhale, please step your right foot forward. Let your left knee raise up, coming into the shape of a lunge, and we'll bring the blocks in close. Placing the hands on the blocks, pull your left heel back, and then raise your chest up. Just looking forward, feeling that nice stretch in the front of your left thigh. Good, now slowly bring that left foot in just a little bit. Come up into a warrior one. So that back foot is turned out about 45 degrees. We're going to interlace the hands, press the palms up if that's available, and then extend up and over that front leg. Just kind of angling and just pressing through that left foot. Good, bring your hands down. Move back into the shape of your lunge. And then we're going to take that left hand to the block and find a twist. Inhale, slowly bring the right hand down. Sit your blocks off to the side. Exhale, downward facing. 3 good breaths here. Inhale, please drop your knees gently down. Exhale, step your left foot forward. Shape of a lunge on the second side, we bring our blocks in. Take a moment to pull that right heel back, lifting up through the chest, gaze forward. Guys are doing good. Step that right foot forward, coming up into your warrior one. Interlace your hands, press the palms up. It's a little bit of a back bend before reaching over that front leg. Good, hands to heart. Find that shape of a lunge again, right hand to the block, twist, reaching up through that left arm. And find out where your gaze can be so there's no strain in your neck. And then we'll release, sitting the blocks off to the side. Hands to the mat, downward facing dog, 3 good breaths. Inhale, drop your knees wide to the edges of your mat. Exhale, stretch all the way back into another extended child's pose. Good, let your inhale bring you all the way up. We're gonna start to slow things down here. So we're gonna bring the soles of our feet to touch. You're welcome to have a block for your head. We're gonna do a little wobble from side to side. I'm just taking a little bit of time to rest in some shapes that are a little bit longer, a little more passive, more of a yin style. And we'll just come forward over the feet. You're welcome to bring your block in to support your head. And remember your breath here. Let go of any need to push or to do anything at this moment. Simply allow for your breath to be witnessed. Good, and to gently allow your body to begin to rise up, your spine. And then catch your shins, gaze up toward the ceiling. And then we'll come forward. Now we're going to take our 2 blocks. We're going to take one block at the lowest setting, and then the other block is going to be at the highest setting. And your shoulders are going to go on the first block, and your head's going to go on the second block. You'll just find your way back. And I'm going to take, since I have the blanket here, I'm going to take the blanket over my hips just to bring some grounding into the hips. And then the block is just supporting my head and heart. And so just let your palms open and relax over the blocks here. And breathe into that zone of your heart and your throat. You can let your eyes close if you like. Good, now please take your block that's supporting your head and lower it down. So now it's at the medium setting. This is going to bring more of an opening into the front of your throat area. And you're now probably looking up toward the ceiling. And take a few breaths here. Awesome. All right, let's take the block that's at the head and lower it down to the same level as the block behind your heart. And we're going to stretch our legs long. Let the toes come up toward the ceiling. Arms up toward the ceiling. Inhale here, and on your exhale, stretch the arms overhead. And just breathe into your whole body here. Staying active through the toes, the feet, the legs. Just take one more breath. Good. Inhale the arms up, and exhale, release your arms down. Let your knees bend, soles of the feet to the mat. We're going to lift our head up, remove the block, and then we'll just roll to the side to remove the block behind the heart. And from here, let's go into Starfish. Starfish is just legs and arms outstretched to the corners of your mat. And just come into this really receptive, grounded place. And allow your breath to just become more subtle. Inhale the feet in once more, sit the blanket off to the side. And then just final little stretch here. We're going to draw the right knee in toward our chest. And just let that thigh sink in toward the belly. Maybe rock your head a little side to side. Releasing that right foot down, drawing the left knee in, and squeeze the thigh in toward the belly. Good. Inhale back through center. Palms open. Now, in this last couple of minutes, feel free to take any shape that your body needs. I like to, after I do a practice, I like to shimmy. So if you want to join me in a shimmy, this is just pressing through the soles of the feet and letting the body rebound. It's like a pulsing through the feet. In this, relax your jaw, relax your hips, let your belly move. It's all good. Just let everything shimmy. And this really soothes the nervous system, stimulates that parasympathetic nervous system. And then we can come to stillness. Take just a moment to appreciate the work that you've done, the breath, the grounding, the movement, reconnecting to your center, to your heart. And then make your way to your favorite Shavasana. Your Shavasana can be with your legs just outstretched, just lying flat, or you can take a bolster under your knees. You can even take your legs up the wall. I like to have a a blanket underneath my head. It just feels like it puts my spine in better alignment. So you take a blanket if you need one. We're just going to rest here for about 5 minutes. Let yourself get super comfortable. Slowly begin to deepen your breath here. Bring movement in wherever you like, fingers, toes. You might even stretch your arms overhead. And then come to rest on your side. And just notice the breath once again in your belly. That faithful friend. In your own time, make your way slowly up to seated. And then we'll bring our hands to our heart. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God is always watching over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Namaste. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Thank you, Veronica, for asking me to teach. Hope you guys enjoyed it.
Thank you, Angel. That practice was delicious. I can't wait.
Was it?
Yes.
Oh, I hope you felt the breath. That was my main intention, was that you just kind of reconnect with that, with her.
Yes, it was wonderful. It was perfect. Thank you for sharing.
Awesome. You're welcome, honey. Have a good day.
Thank you. You too.